Welcome back to our next webinar brought to you by Dealer Advantage. And today we're talking about back to basics, tips for your sales. Our webinar today is brought to you by our sales team. We have Linda Foley, the Assistant Vice President of Sales here at Dealer Advantage, and Brian O'Reilly, the Executive Director for our Automotive Retail Division. Both of their contact information is up on the screen, and we'll also share it with you via email. I'm presenting today. We have myself. I'm Andrea Vinci, and I'm the Director of Internal Communications here at It's Wolf Technologies, the parent company of Dealer Advantage. My contact information is on there as well. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need a follow-up. So like I said, today we're talking about getting back to basics, 15 tips for your sales teams. Now more than ever, it's crucial for car dealerships to understand and employ effective sales strategies, stay competitive, drive revenue growth, and keep on that upswing after the post-pandemic highs and pandemic highs that we were seeing in our industry. So we want to start following these back-to-basic sales tips. Car dealerships can use these to establish long-term relationships with customers and ultimately have repeat customers and increase revenue. So this all starts before the buyer even hits the lot. And step number one is for you to begin doing meaningful research. While you're researching, you want to focus on understanding the vehicles you sell and the clients that you're prospecting. 89% of car buyers use the internet to research before they ever purchase a car. They spend an average of 14 hours researching online before they even set foot in a dealership. The good news about this, though, is that when they actually come to the dealership, they have a strong intention to actually buy a car. So what do you need to do based off of this information? You have to prioritize your ongoing research and education because you want to stay ahead of your customers and have a higher level of knowledge than they do so that you can present more information to them. You want to use research and data to provide customers expert level consulting. If you take these 3 steps, what that's going to equal for you is increased sales, new potential clients, and creating a tailored approach for specific customers that's going to meet their needs and preferences. Step 2 is creating a warm outreach, and step 3 is creating a welcoming environment. So that warm outreach is really important. You want to be warm, cordial, authentic, and real, and centered on your potential customers' individual needs. A Harvard Business Review study found that warm, friendly language and outreach efforts can increase your response rates by as much as 30%. And then creating that warm, welcoming environment when they actually come into the dealership is also crucial. Make sure that it's clean, organized, welcoming. You have a comfortable seating area to welcome people in, and a friendly, warm, and attentive staff. This increases your customer satisfaction, which leads to higher customer loyalty and more sales. In fact, a recent study showed that 86% of customers are willing to pay more just to have a better customer experience. Next up, you want to make every single customer feel like they're noticed, valued, and important. We do this by creating a personalized experience through their entire buying process. Get to know them, like we said, research ahead of time, know who they are, offer them test drives, find out customized features in the vehicles that could fit their individual needs. Create a buying plan that's going to work for your customer, each and every one. 70% of customers feel frustrated when a company fails to personalize their experience. People want to be recognized as individuals and an important member of the buying process. The next step is to focus on building these true, authentic relationships with your customers. This means going beyond the sale too, providing excellent after-sales experience. Some ways that you can do that are follow-up calls, reminders for maintenance and service on already purchased vehicles, and then building those long-term relationships because you're going to increase your customer loyalty and increase your revenue because they may come back and buy their next vehicle from you as well. 80% of a company's future revenue actually comes from 20% of its existing satisfied customers. Then you want to build that rapport. Building rapport with your customers is essential to creating a successful car sale. You want to be friendly, approachable, personable, and real. This creates a real level of mutual respect and trust. According to a recent survey, 71% of customers who've had a positive experience with a company are going to refer it to their family and friends. Then you got to listen to your customers. Always, always, always. So important. You want to understand their needs and wants, and that's going to be crucial for them to commit to making that sale. By actively listening to concerns and preferences, you can then suggest the exact vehicles that are going to meet customers' specific needs. When a customer feels heard and valued, they're much more likely to buy from a dealership and then to also recommend it to others. In fact, a recent study showed that 64% of customers value the experience of being heard over the experience of being sold to. Next up, along that same line, customers want to be consulted, not sold. They want to be a part of this process. So the next step then is that you want to ask meaningful, curious, and open-ended questions. These are going to help you to learn more about your customers' individual needs and preferences. Tailor your approach and suggest vehicles that actually meet their specific individual needs. Take a curious approach to learn more about your customers as you interact with them, asking questions, paying attention to what they're saying, all of those little details. You want to better understand each of their individual needs and preferences. That way you can personalize your sales approach for better customer satisfaction. According to a survey conducted by Salesforce, 72% of customers expect companies to understand their needs and expectations. This might mean that you want to keep a detailed log about each customer, take notes after your interactions, really truly get to know them at an individual level. It's going to make them feel part of the process and a valued customer. Along that same line, our next step is to listen as much as you talk, and that's active listening, not just being there as the customer speaking. Pay attention to everything they say, take note of it. By actively listening to customers' needs, salespeople can better understand their problems, and then you can suggest solutions that meet their specific requirements. This leads to high levels of customer satisfaction and loyalty. Most importantly, you're going to sell them the vehicle that they actually want and need. 79% of customers say that it's very important to them to have a salesperson who's focused on solving their problems instead of just trying to sell them a vehicle. The next step then is to be a consultant. You want to provide accurate, detailed, explicit information and be knowledgeable about the vehicles that you're selling. That way your customers are going to trust you as an expert. According to a survey conducted by Cox Automotive, 61% of consumers feel that dealerships should be experts on all of the vehicles that they sell. You can do this by researching, building that knowledge base, and truly knowing what you're selling to your customer base. Next step then is to guide them through that process. It's crucial to guide the customers through the car buying process. This helps make that long-term relationship. You want to be patient, answer the questions that they have openly and honestly. Provide accurate, detailed information about each and every vehicle. Build trust with your customers through the process. Dealers can provide a positive buying experience, which leads to repeat business and increased customer satisfaction, as well as referrals. A study by J.D. Power found that 74% of customers who had an excellent purchase experience were likely to go back and purchase from that same dealership again. Then you got to respect the customer's time. We all know how busy we are in this day and age, and we don't want to spend unnecessary time in the buying process. So to make a car sale successful, make sure to respect the customer's time and be efficient with the buying process. A report by Automotive News found that 72% of consumers actually believe the car buying process takes way too long. This feeds into why they're doing the research ahead of time, to save money, to be more efficient, to save time before they get into that dealership. So you need to research ahead too. Be transparent, and that's part of the building trust aspect. Set clear expectations about what the car process will be during and throughout. Be upfront about price, financing options, and any additional fees or charges. You don't want to have any misunderstandings or surprises coming up for the customer at the end of the process. Capital One's 2023 Car Buying Outlook study found that only 21% of customers polled considered car shopping to be fully transparent, while 68% of car dealership owners and their employees believe they drive a transparent process. Try to figure out where that difference comes from and address it in your own dealership. The next step then is driving purposeful follow-up. Following up with the customer after the sale is important to maintaining that positive relationship. Check on their satisfaction with the purchase. Address any concerns that may have come up post-sale. By following up with the customer after the sale and addressing concerns, dealers maintain positive relationships and increase the likelihood of repeat business. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that customers who had the best experiences spend 140% more than those who had a negative experience. Finally, utilize that technology. So even though sales is getting back to basic, we're in a new era. You want to use technology that is available to you effectively. Car dealers can reach a wider audience now and create a more personalized experience by using the tools that technology offers you. This includes your typical social media, email marketing, customer relationship management software, as well as much more robust data platforms like GarageShare that we offer here at DealerVantage. Platforms like DMS systems, CRMs, AI, and GarageShare increase efficiency. They provide a better overall buying experience for customers, they sell more cars, and they also source additional inventory. According to Cox Automotive, 61% of car buyers want to complete some or all of the car buying process online. A study by Google found that 95% of car buyers use digital channels to research vehicles, with 41% using multiple devices throughout the process. Another study by Google revealed that video is now an increasingly important tool in the car buying process. 66% of car buyers say that they watch videos to do research about the cars. Capgemini found 71% of car buyers say that they prefer to buy a car from a dealer that offers an end-to-end digital experience. The use of CRM software in the car dealership industry has been shown to increase sales by up to 20% and boost customer retention rates by up to 30%, according to research done by NADA. So in summary, getting back to basics with car sales means using proven sales techniques while adapting to new expectations and the new technological advances. With this approach, car dealerships can establish long-term relationships with their customers. They can sell more cars and they can source more inventory. In the end, those data-backed decisions plus the human interactions equal winning with your sales approach this year and beyond. So our webinar today was brought to you by DealerVantage. We have a lot more information that we can share with you about our product. Come visit our website, contact any of us. Thanks for joining us today.